Welcome to Watch and Complain. Today on the show for the third time, we are watching...
Third time's a charm.
No, we didn't watch. We
watched Halo.
Halo!
Episode 5, which is the best episode so far of Halo.
Yes.
I like that they did not go in the direction that I thought, and at least not yet, of the Dr. There's Dr. Black Kid, Dr. Blonde, and Admiral Black Dude. I know they have names. I don't remember them. I don't care. But I thought it was going to be, I believe Kia is the girl that got the red shit in her hair. I thought it was going to be kind of they were going to try to do like a lesbian love thing with her and Dr. Black Daughter. But they didn't. Instead, they did something that I really, really fucking thought was awesome. It's where the Master Chief sees Kia with her hair and goes, Kia, what's her name? I hate calling her Dr. Black Girl. Dr. Miranda. Dr. Miranda. God.
That didn't help at all.
That didn't help at all.
I just
Dr.
went
Miranda.
to the person.
But
Olivia Gray. Olive Gray?
Olive or Olivia?
Olive.
Olive Gray. Okay. But she's playing the doctor, Miranda something, and she's great. And everybody in the show is great so far. But what I was talking about before was I love how the Master Chief sees Kia with the hair the way it is, and he goes, Kia, come over here. And he goes, when did you take out your pellet? And you thought that it was going to go into a conversation between the chief and her, because she's like, oh, Chief, I'm seeing
Miranda
things.
Keys.
I'm seeing things. Oh, I never thought. He's like, yeah, you're grounded. You can't do battle duty. I can't clear you for the battlefield. And he just walks away. And she's like, well, what about you? And then Cortana says to him, that's right, Chief. You haven't been fucking okayed for battle duty. I was like, this is great. This is where you should be going. Because now, what could happen with Keys or Kia? What the fuck's her name? Not Cookie Kwan. Kai. I'm sorry, Kai. I'm sorry, I was saying Keys. So Kai.
Kai 125.
He's like, you're not good for battle duty. And she's like, what about you? So there's so much up in the air about what's going to happen to them. And it makes you genuinely interested. I did write in my notes that I'm glad that the Cookie Kwan and not Dave Chappelle storyline was really relegated to I want to say 5 to 7 minutes of the entire episode. And I'm glad because look, those actors are fine, but it is a boring story what they're going on.
I'm more annoyed that Kwan Ha is not changing her clothes and she's always in bloody rags.
Yep.
And I'm just like, at this point, you were on that asteroid. You were a guest. Could you not have washed up and changed your clothes?
Then she goes and visits her grandmother or her aunt.
And still did not change her clothes.
Yep. Especially when everybody goes to this funeral and they're all dressed really, really nice. It feels like such a dead story point. I'm like, just forget that shit.
It's going somewhere, but who cares?
It's either taking its time to get there or they know it's a boring point to get to. So they're just like, all right, dude, drag this out as long as we can get. But so I love the shit with them going and finding the other artifact on his home planet. Mm-hmm. Thought all that was great. And that battle at the end. Now, we've seen a lot of sci-fi space battles, so it's really difficult to, I think, keep an audience engaged with stuff like that. But I wasn't on the edge of my seat, but I was loving the whole fucking fight with the Covenant.
I think that they had a lot of close-ups. They have a lot of movement shots. The only problem I had with that whole battle, which is nitpicky, I know, but the CG when he jumped on the thing, I felt that was god awful.
Yeah, it looked like a video game. Like video game cinematic.
It was like, we don't have enough time for this.
Yep, just quick. And I feel like it's one of those things that they're like, oh shit. You know what would be awesome? If Master Chief jumped onto that ship and they have 2 days before they've got to fucking give it to whoever it's going to.
Sure. Yeah. We'll retake this so that we could just shoot him jumping.
Yep. But I love the way he goes and rescues Kai. I love the fact that the Covenant got hold of the artifact. This is like the middle part of the story where it's supposed to happen, but it was just
made you go, no.
Yeah, you're like, oh, and you really genuinely like, oh shit, dude, they got it. Like that's what a show is supposed to do. This is what Moon Knight needs to learn. It's like you need to have a part in the show where you're like, oh, I didn't want that to happen. Nothing has happened to Moon Knight like that. But in Halo, the Covenant has the second part of the artifact now. The Chosen One has been dropped off to the chief, and he's looking at it. Who the fuck are you? I love what this show is setting up.
There's a lot of like twists and turns. I get that the people that are big Halo fans or who are into the video game, I get if you're upset that it's not true.
Are they upset? Are a lot of people complaining that they're upset?
That was the key issue for the first episode.
Okay.
I haven't kept up with what anyone thinks after that, but like, I hope they're giving it a chance, because if they're not, they're missing out on a fun show. Like,
really
if it's not 1-to-1, it's not what you were looking for in terms of that, then maybe turn off that part in your brain and just enjoy it as a separate thing.
Stop watching the Marvel shows, which are generic junk, and watch something like this, which while being generic, takes some twists and turns that you don't honestly expect it to. You know, like I will say the Kai thing when he grounded her, I did not expect that from a mile away. I thought we were going to get a heartfelt, oh, Kai, I'm seeing shit, in the way the Master Chief would say it.
But it was hypocritical.
It was, and that's what was great. It layers this fucking character. It makes them interesting. You know, so I'm just really, really enjoying the way this show is going.
It was like, I know how it's affecting me. He wasn't saying that, but
there's one line he says to Cortana. He says, Cortana, I need you to do something for me. She's like, anything. Or he goes, Cortana. She goes, yes, Chief, I'm here. He's like, I need you to do something for me. Anything, Chief. He goes, I want you to shut up long enough that I can hear my own thoughts. And I was like, ooh, that's a sick burn. And then she goes, burned. What did you hear what she says back to him? She says back to him, I can hear them, and trust me, you're not missing much. Yeah. I'm like, yay, go Cortana.
I feel like she's a little too witty. I'd like her to be more down to earth.
And just kind of like serious, where she just kind of serious.
Yes,
where she just kind of sits and listens.
I want her to be emotional, but I don't want her to be cheery, chipper.
But when you think of it, maybe that's how she was designed to be.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
And hopefully it turns.
Yep.
As she's learning from him.
I don't think that it's going to become Cortana against the Master Chief. I think it's going to be Cortana and the Master Chief are kind of lone wolves together. You know what I mean?
That's how it is in the game.
That makes the most sense. Having him argue in his own head with Cortana will get tiring fast. You know, it'll turn into not Dave Chappelle and Cookie Kwan, who are constantly butting heads. And you're like, dude, we get it. You guys disagree. Just fucking get past this. It's so boring. It's the Mark Steven from fucking
don't do it constantly, but give us it here and there.
It would get dull after a while. But nope, this show is.
I'm wondering
really impressive.
The effect that his emotions, like he's getting emotions now, they're not suppressed.
And he beat the living Christ out of that Covenant. Remember, he busted him to pieces?
That's going to be an issue. But I wonder if that will have effect on her. Cortana in his head, because they're linked. Mm-hmm. So you would think, like, she has emotions, whether she has a brain she's based off of.
Yep.
So it's like, I would think maybe the same issue that's happening to him as it might affect her.
Maybe,
because you can see her emotions coming through.
I did think it was great too. Another thing I wanted to point out is when he realizes that the doctor's like, holy fuck, you were the one that brought me here. And he goes to fucking punch her, and she goes, Cortana, she goes, neural shutdown, and she just blink. He drops and hits the ground. I'm like, that was fucking funny. But yeah, really enjoying the show so far.
Now we are oh,
there's dick pics to your wife.
Yeah, you got to stop looking at my dick.
Well, I share them with her, so it's fair. Well, you're seeing it with this,
you share
from
me.
This angle?
You share me with her. No, where did I put it? There it is. So this is number 5 of 9.
Ooh.
Not 7
Why
of
can't
9.
it be?
Did
you ever find 7 of 9 sexy?
Yes.
I think
very much so.
I think I did when she was like done up and like in the outfit, but like the Picard 7 of 9,
not the Picard one,
does nothing for me.
She's old and
I'm okay with aging women. You know, I get it.
Asian,
yes, Asian, and especially Asian women.
So what's her name in that new movie that came out?
What movie?
Everything, Everywhere.
Oh, Everything All at Once. Isn't that Michelle Yeoh?
No, Yeoh.
I believe it's Michelle Yeoh. But I don't. I feel terrible that I don't know. Maybe it's Michelle. But that movie looks fucking spectacular. I can't wait to watch that movie. But yeah, she was super sexy when she was in the outfit, and it made me realizing maybe I just have a thing for women in uniform.
Well, as well, what's her name in Enterprise?
The Crusher?
The Spock
In Enterprise.
In Enterprise.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah,
she wears the one
Yep,
piece,
yep.
The one thing, and it's just
Who
like
was-
7 of 9 did.
Who was the hot lady in Next Generation, though? Don't say Marina Sirtis. She personally did nothing for me. I think I had a thing for
The obvious one is
Crusher. You think?
No,
Or
Troy.
Troy. Yeah, that's what I mean. Marina Sirtis.
Second to me is what's her name? The ensign that died.
That helps.
There
was the ensign that was-
the one that died that came back later in the series.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She ended up having sex with Data.
Yep. Yar. Is it Tasha Yar?
Could be. I don't know.
No, for me it was. I don't know if you remember. I think
never
it was
into
first
Crusher.
season.
I'm sorry.
Ashley Judd shows up as I believe a schoolmate of Wesley Crusher's. Ashley
That
Judd.
doesn't count.
Oh man, she was a fucking ensign.
She was not a regular character.
Oh man, she got my nacelles. Going. Halo.
Okay.
Look, it's still going.
Yeah.
We fixed it
Maybe.
with the help of talking about a Microsoft show.
Our regular viewers are going to be like, "What are you talking about?"
We enjoyed Halo. We hope that you enjoy Halo too. We should
should
all
go
get
watch
together.
it, yeah.
Come to my house. We have the movie room. We'll all watch it together, and then we'll all do a big podcast together on
That'll
Halo.
be really easy because there's like 2 people who watch the show.
Over
and over.
But they're you and me. Or they're a computer algorithm over in like China.
Just YouTube padding it like TikTok does. WatchingComplain.com.
Big Hawk. I said Hawk.